motors! Let's Robotica out!
You ready?
Let's do it!
Welcome to Robotica, a technical tournament of electronic proportions. I'm Mohamed Zappa, and with me is the ever-talented and ever-beautiful Tanika Ray.
Thank you. Thanks, Amit. Tonight, our four bots will face off two at a time, taking on 3 daring challenges that would scare away even the mightiest of mortals.
First up, the Speedway, a figure-8 race that puts their speed and agility to the test. Then, it's the Maze, a nasty obstacle course where maneuverability is the key. Next, it's the Gauntlet, a drag race where power prevails. Between competitions, robots can be repaired and or modified to help them adapt to the next event. The 2 bots with the most points at the end of 3 events will get it on in a gladiator-style fight to the finish. Let's go down to the arena floor and check in with Tanya Nelly.
Woo! The lights are low, the stage is set, and the mood is right. Woo! The robots are in the arena and ready to battle. Back to you, Ahmed.
Let's meet our competitors. Representing the silver team from Northern California, Chuck McManus. Chuck is a software designer and president of the Homebrew Robotics Club. And from the gold team, his challenger from Santa Barbara, California. He's a PhD candidate doing research for the FAA, Jason Barnes. And now, entering the arena, representing the silver team, his scoop and serrated edges are designed to cause massive pain, but you'll certainly need medical attention if you get stung by this killer bee.
Killer Bee, weighing in at 179 pounds. His weapons consist of a scoop and a wedge, and his design feature, he can operate upside down.
And his opponent from the Go team, enter this building at your own risk because his steel rod will ram you, and his savage spike will tear you apart. It's armed, and it's dangerous. Mini Inferno!
Weighing in at a slight 36 pounds. His weapon, a scooping wedge. And his design feature, he's made of carbon fiber composite.
This first event is the Speedway. Each robot will race in opposite directions around a treacherous figure-8 track. Every lap is worth 10 points. Now, as the robots cross paths, they're allowed to engage in a little robot rumble. Bring it!
Yeah, the first robot to complete 8 laps, or the robot to complete the most laps in 2 minutes will be declared the winner and earn an additional 20 bonus points.
I love the bonus points.
That's right.
Okay, challengers, start your motors. Let's do this Robotica style. An incredible size difference between these 2 robots, but so many factors go into winning this event that size may be the least of their worries.
Robots ready.
Mini Inferno is one fast little robot. As these 2 bots race towards each other, Killer Bee has got to try and slow Mini Inferno down. Oh, and he does! Mini Inferno blasts off! Killer Bee moving into scoring position. And another big hit from Killer Bee. Mini Inferno recovers nicely, though. Both bots putting laps on the board. Mini Inferno decides against taking another shot at Killer Bee and puts some distance between. Killer Bee puts another lap behind him. Good job. Confrontation is inevitable. Mini Inferno just trying to drive over Killer Bee. Good job. And it's Mini Inferno tying it up 2-all. And here comes the big bot. Mini Inferno decides to play it safe and hide out by the rail. Good decision. That's 3 for Killer Bee. And here's a bit shaken by that last big hit. There's another lap for Killer B. Mini Inferno answers right back with a lap of his own. Killer B introducing Mini Inferno to the rails there. Mini Inferno getting a little hung up as Killer B puts his spin lap on the ball. Killer B no longer interested in picking on the pill. Yeah, baby. And Mini Inferno scores again. The worst has happened. Mini Inferno goes over the top of Killer B and lands on his back. Mini Inferno just laying there. There's nothing he can do. Still laying there, Mini Inferno dead in the water. There's the buzzer. That'll do it.
The winner is the Demon Stinger himself, Killer B.
Killer B goes around 6 times at 10 points apiece, plus 20 for completing the most laps, giving him 80 points. And the mighty Mini Inferno, with 4 laps, gets 40. All right, let's get some post-performance commentary from Tanya and Tonika.
You guys were speeding around that so fast. What was your strategy going into this?
Keep to the turns, make smooth turns, and Mark was practicing this morning on the track out there. It's good. Just go fast.
You guys got air.
Yes.
They got major air. Did you know that was going to happen?
Well, I knew that if we ran into him, he would definitely do something.
Oh. Okay, what, you guys going to make any modifications for the next round? You know, it's the maze.
We're going to run it upside down.
Upside down?
Yep, it runs on the other side, so it gets more ground clearance when it's on the other way.
I can't wait to see that.
A bimodal robot.
What is a bimodal?
Bimodal robot is one that works in 2 different modes, and so ours works upside down and right side up. And when it's upside down, you get more ground clearance, and when it's right side up, you get really low to the ground scoops.
Congratulations, and we'll see you in the maze.
Great.
They say good things come in small packages, and I think he did a great job.
Definitely was a David versus Goliath battle. But this wasn't a fight, really. It was a race to get around faster, not to beat up the other robot. This little box is pretty solid and pretty fast and pretty maneuverable.
Okay, well, how did you feel when Killer B was whipping around the corner, aiming right for little Mini Inferno, and Mini Inferno ended up flipping upside down a few times?
Well, that was actually somewhat on purpose. We figured it'd be worse to have him on top of us than go over him. So we figured just go for it broke, shoot over him. And for the most part, it tends to land on its wheels, for the most part.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, it's time to meet our next competitors. Representing the red team from Salem, Oregon, Mark Jorger. Mark is an avid race car buff who also works for the Department of Transportation. And his challenger representing the blue team from Daytona Beach, Florida. He's a computer consultant, Rich Rendo. All right, you met the men. Now let's meet the machines. For the red team, it's Run Amok.
Weighing in at 161 pounds. His weapon, a diamond plate wedge. And his design feature, he's equipped with automotive-style steering.
And his opponent from the blue team, ladies and gentlemen, Spring Breaker!
Spring Breaker weighing in at 111 pounds. His weapon, angled armor. And his design feature, gotta love the custom paint job.
All right, you know the deal. Most laps in 2 minutes takes it, and knocking your opponent off the track, well, it's my kind of race. 10 points per lap, an additional 20 for the victor. May the best spot win. I know I'm ready. Are you ready? It's time to put the pedal to your metal. Robotica, baby!
Robots ready.
Run Amok is out early and fast. Spring Breaker, on the other hand, is hunting for worms around the guardrails. Run Amok makes it around the first half. It looks like he's using those guardrails for brakes. Spring Breaker has positioned himself directly behind Run Amok. Apparently, parallel parking wasn't on Mark Jorger's driving test. But he's free! He's free! To ride the rail is straight into a peril. Looks like he may have gone out of bounds there. Spring Breaker seems a bit lost. Bot's backing up, trying to attempt to get in the right direction. Run Amok gets the barrel. One more love tap for good measure. And one for the rail. All right. Run Amok puts the first points on the board. 1 lap down. And Spring Breaker is a dead eagle. Dead in the water. right there in the race. Run amok just trying to get the hang of this track. Still not much movement from Spring Breaker. There's Spring Breaker's builder, Rich Rendell, looking a little frustrated with his bot's performance. And Run amok puts another lap on the board. Good job. Run amok is looking good, people. Spring Breaker breaks free. He's back in the race, Slowpoke. Run amok hits Spring Breaker head on, baby. And he's not waiting to put another lap on the board. Sweet. But he does wait, very cordially I might add, for Spring Breaker to complete his lap. And Spring Breaker's finally on the board. Looks like Spring Breaker's changing his strategy, transforming his robot into an Eagle roadblock. And one more solid hit for good measure. Tweedledee. A big response from the crowd there. They're loving it. Yes! 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 Run amok gets around the track 3 times at 10 points each, an extra 20 for making the most laps, but he loses 10 for going out of bounds. His total, 40 points, while Spring Breaker with 1 lap takes home 10. The winner is Run amok. All right, let's go down to the floor where Tanya and Tanika are standing by.
What was your strategy during the speedway?
We didn't really have one. It was basically trying to stay off the walls and keep out of too much trouble. We didn't do real good at that.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a couple steering problems. Are you going to be able to fix that before the next round?
My steering mechanism is a little bit different from the others. I have a steering mechanism much more like an automobile than a tank. The front wheels actually do steer left and right.
Well, good luck in the next round. We'll see you in the maze. Yeah!
Well, you have 2 more rounds to go. What happened, though? I know at the beginning, Spring Breaker, he was kind of swirling around. I wasn't sure about the steering, what was going on there, and then he kind of got stuck for a while.
I tell you, it's hard enough trying to drive. You're not really thinking at this point, of slamming the other bot. I don't exactly know what went wrong, but my power dropped off, and I was dead in the water for a long time.
Okay, well, we're going to send you down to the repair stations for a few repairs and modifications, and we're going to see you in the next round.
Great.
Good luck. Go, Spring Breaker!
When we come back, Killer Bee and Mini Inferno will go head-to-head in the maze when Robotica returns. Robotica is back, and some reassembly was required. Let's go down to the pits where Killer Bee and Mini Inferno's builders are working to wrench them back to life. Jason Bardis and Mini Inferno showed they are the reigning kings of robot leapfrog in the speedway. Let's see what kind of damage that aerial display caused. Now here he is along with his fellow crew members, Lauren Harold and Christian Carlton.
Tightening up a couple of my gearboxes that came loose during the race. It's pretty routine. I've done this many a time. Just a matter of pulling the motor and the gearbox apart.
As Jason adjusts his robot, let's take a closer look into the mind behind Mini Inferno. Welcome to the world of Jason Bardis. Part scientist, part bot builder, part sizzling swing dancer. Jason's story begins at UC Santa Barbara, where he is in the 7th year of an engineering PhD.
I'm studying adhesively bonded composite joints, or another way to put it, how to glue airplanes together. Doing research for the FAA.
But even with his sticky studies, Jason never strayed far from his first love, constructing robots for competition. For Robotica, Jason decided to build a bot with a fiery little drivetrain that he would come to call Mini Inferno.
A Mini Inferno packs a lot of punch per volume. It's a very tough package despite its size. It's small and it's quick, it's maneuverable.
With some last-minute modifications, Jason's own Doug Flutie was ready to take the field.
It's got 4 power drills and gearboxes and motors. And what I do is I run them at 24 volts, up the voltage a little bit, get more power out of them.
With its super juice motors in place, it was time to fit this player with some special armor.
I made all the composite panels for Mini Inferno right in my office in our autoclave there. The top panel, the bottom panel, and all of the flaps are all carbon fiber panels. It's very, very strong in tension, compression, and bending. Despite its size, it'll be a David and Goliath type thing where I think David might come out on top.
Indeed, no one should underestimate the power of this swing-dancing scientist's scorching creation.
I've been driving it for a while, and if it comes down to it, maybe I can even just run around and outlive him on battery power until I get a good shot or until the other guy starts weakening.
Better bring your boogie shoes, because Mini Inferno is here to tango with the best Robotica has to offer.
While he may have lost the speedway, Mini Inferno's proved he's definitely here to play.
Over on the Killer B side, Mini Inferno was more than a mini pest in the speedway. It looks like they survived without any major repairs. But what are they going to do to ready themselves for the maze?
These are really cool. These are Omni wheels, and they let you roll any direction. They roll this way, and they roll sideways, and they've been really good because on the plastic on the hard concrete works great.
So, that's how they plan to waterproof their machine in the maze. Good thinking. Let's find out what other good thoughts went into the making of Killer B. Meet Chuck McManus, software designer, amateur rocketeer, father of 3, and designer of the killer robot, Killer B.
It came to us as soon as we powered it up. This robot makes a really loud kind of buzz. You know, when you hear this buzz, you got to be afraid. You have to be very afraid. It's made of entirely of a steel frame with bolted-on aluminum armor. It has a couple of high-performance electric go-kart motors as its engines, and these sticky go-kart wheels for its traction. It goes fast, it goes hard, and it just zooms.
When it comes to strategy, this bot's got it built in.
Robotica is really great because it has so many challenges. We sat down and listed all of the properties that a robot would have that would be successful. In the speed event, speed wins. In the maze event, speed wins. In the gauntlet, it's more of a traction wins. So speed was number 1 and traction was number 2.
A solid robot with a solid foundation. But in the fight to the finish, it's all about the weapons.
Our weapon is really primarily a scoop. We're like the burger flipper. We want to reach underneath and lift these guys up and just take them out.
When this bee leaves the hive, you can be sure someone's going to get stung.
At the end of the first competition, it's Killer B with 80, Mini Inferno with 40, and Run Amok over Spring Breaker 40-10. Okay, it's time for competition number 2, the maze. Now, this is a test of human mind and robotic body. The object of this game is to get to the center of the maze before your opponent. But this maze has some unexpected guests. First, they'll have to negotiate this steel ramp with a kick. One misstep, and it'll toss you 20 feet in the air. Next up, they'll have to plow their way through this roadblock. Then they take on these revolving spiked paddles of doom. If the bots aren't powerful or fast enough, there'll be some serious impaling. After that, it's over the speed bumps and through the guillotine of death. One wrong move and so long, suspension. And finally, they'll have to contend with a demonic blast of H2O that could short-circuit them on their way to the finish line. Good luck. 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and an additional 25 points will be given to our winner in the center. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the silver team, Killer B! And his opponent from the gold team, it's Mini Inferno! Okay, get your gadgets and gear. Let's get it on, Robotica style. For this match, the drivers will operate their robots from an elevated scaffold.
Robots ready.
Killer B is experiencing a little trouble steering up the ramp. Does Mini Inferno weigh enough to push the ramp down? Ooh, just barely. Mini Inferno taking on the cube with no bounce. Killer B still struggling with the ramp. Mini Inferno has passed the box and taking on the paddle. Mini Inferno looking like he's trapped underneath paddle number 2. Killer B finally making it past the ramp. Let's see if Mini Inferno can get out of this little jam. Come on, little guy, come on. Killer B taking his time getting around that turn. And Mini Mini Inferno still stuck. Killer Bee takes on the first panel. Close call, the backswing there. Panel number 2. Giving him a big love tap, yeah, baby. Naughty little robot. Mini Inferno still stuck on that second panel. There's Killer Bee's team. Hello, that's the guillotine, baby. A brutal wake-up call from that spiked gate, and Killer Bee can't seem to get away. Oh no, Killer Bee stuck on the bumps. His wheels are off the ground, just spinning back and forth. Mini Inferno, he gets past the second panel. Yes! Still no luck for Killer Bee. Mini Inferno gets by the guillotine. Over the bumps. Yes! Just the waterfall between Mini Inferno and victory. Oh, it's slippery. Mini Inferno having problems. Mini Inferno's Christian almost screaming. He's feeling it. Come on, Mini Inferno, you can do it. Come on. Everyone's just pulling for Mini Inferno. Me too. Come on. Oh, Alan McManus of the Killer Bee team looking very concerned. Her robot just stuck there. Mini Inferno just trying to complete the maze. Killer Bee still struggling. Forward! She mobilizes. Christian Carlbrook still screaming. Come on, Mini Inferno. Come on. So close. Just a little bit more. Come on, Mini Inferno. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. He's done it! Yes! What a race!
Thank you.
The Mink have inherited the maze.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Mini Inferno masters the moguls and clears the obstacles at 15 points a clip. Plus, he gets 25 bonus points for a total of 100 points. While Killer Bee, hung up on the speed bumps, claims only 45. Yes! Mini Inferno is the winner. Let's go down to the floor.
Mini Inferno is the winner. Now, you guys just pulled ahead with that win. How psyched are you?
Oh, that was great. It felt so good, especially since I was driving blind. It made it doubly fun.
Did you guys expect those problems?
I did not expect the second paddle to be at an angle such that bolt sticking out the top of my robot would grab it, which is totally what it was not designed to do. It's supposed to be an obstacle you push through, not something that clamps on the top of your robot.
Exactly.
Plus, I couldn't see it for the latter 2/3 at all, so I had my buddy Christian, yelling at me, and that's
I
what
heard
made
that.
it.
Did you guys plan that strategy for you to be screaming the directions?
Well, I saw the problem he was having, so I just ran down there and started, I had to actually jump up to see his robot on the other side of the little wall.
Well, now you guys are in the lead. Congratulations. You're going to keep this winning streak going?
Oh, you bet we are.
Okay, we'll see you in the gauntlet. Congratulations.
After the second competition, it's Mini Inferno over Killer Bee, 140 to 125. Still to come, more maze, a run at the gauntlet, and the final battle, fight to the finish, when Robotica continues. Welcome back to Robotica, where all you need is a droid and a dream. Before Run Amok and Spring Breaker take on the maze, let's go down to the pits where the builders are busy repairing their machines. Looks like Run Amok suffered some front-end damage. Wonder if he's going to use that 2x4 there to bend his wedge.
I think I'm going to take it out on the floor in front of the table and just start whanging this thing, to use a technical term.
Well, while Mark works on his wedge, let's learn a little bit more about him. This is Mark Jorger, a self-described tinkerer who gives new life to dead machines. Mark's also a man who enjoys a little sleight of hand. He's a magician.
The concept of being able to do something simply impossible has always appealed to me.
That sentiment brought Mark to the Robotica competition, and while other builders have enlisted the aid of experts and machinists, Mark has looked to only one other person for help.
My son, Aaron Max Jorger, will be my teammate during the competition. He's 9 years old.
And Mark hopes his son will learn more than just strategy and execution from the Robotica event.
My father was a mechanic. He always enjoyed race cars, and that really got me hooked in racing. And my son is about the age that I was when I got involved in racing and this sort of endeavor. And I'm trying to instill those same values in him. The idea that what you do is a reflection of who you really are. A robot is named Run Amok. We decided actually to base Run Amok on a riding lawnmower. A friend of mine had a sort of a graveyard for dead lawnmowers.
A riding lawnmower transformed into a competitive robot? A magician's trick? Hardly. Run Amok is for real.
We converted it from gasoline power to electrical power, and of course added the electronics and remote control gear necessary to get the robot working. It's a little unique among the robots here at this competition in that it doesn't use a tank-style steering arrangement. The front wheels actually pivot and steer the robot.
Will this father-son team succeed with a simple robot made from spare parts? If Mark is aware of the odds stacked against him, this cool cat isn't showing it.
I intend to be at the fight to the finish, and I don't intend to take that 8-foot fall off the side.
Mark's one step closer to the fight to the finish if he can just get those last dents out. Looks like he's getting some help from his son and co-pilot, Aaron. Over on Spring Breaker side, Rich Rendo is showing us the secret behind his steering.
Looks like this came loose.
What is that?
This is a ballast that weighs down the front end, give me some friction, some traction for the front steering. It seems to have, like...
Those broken zip ties may have been Rich's problem in the Speedway. Let's find out more about Spring Breaker. Daytona Beach, home of NASCAR, miles of white sand, and one very colorful robot known as Spring Breaker. Spring Breaker is the creation of Rich Rendo. In college, he was part of a team that built a hybrid electric car. Today, he's a .com consultant and a first-time competitive robot builder.
The robot was mainly constructed in my living room. I drilled there, I was grinding there, I put down a carpet because I rent. I want my, security deposit back.
Spring Breaker was intended to be a simple wedge. As the bot evolved, the shape was inspired by Rich's interests in the ancient art of karate.
It's a lot like martial arts. My robot has a lot of angled surfaces, which were designed, instead of opposing a force directly, to divert some of that force off into a direction that it isn't going to harm it.
Driving the bot is a heavy-duty roller chain and 2 high-torque wheelchair motors. The power source, 17-amp batteries. The next challenge was to find a place that can handle mounting those batteries and welding the solid aluminum skeleton.
The only problem is I have been working in my living room, and at least as far as I know, it's really not good to do welding next to a couch.
The guys at Kimball's had never worked on a robot either, but Rich convinced them to weld up a rock-solid aluminum frame. After installing custom welded battery mounts, Rich felt he needed one extra special advantage to make Spring Breaker fully ready for his special style of combat.
I had it airbrushed specifically because I thought that a lot of Native American cultures, they always used to take and put on their war paint before they go into battle. And so I just thought it was appropriate to paint it up and just make sure the spirits are with me.
Well, the spirits haven't been with him so far. Let's take a look at the score. It's Run Amok leading Spring Breaker 40-10.
Let's go back down to the maze and see what Spring Breaker will have to do to even the score. 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and a 25-point bonus for the robot who makes it to the center first. And remember, the first robot to reach the center wins. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the red team, it's Run Amok! And his opponent for the blue team, it's Spring Breaker! Now it's time to let her rip! Enjoy the maze, Robotica!
Robots ready.
Run amok up the ramp. Spring Breaker goes down and squeaks past the weighted box, baby. Run amok pushes the box with some authority. Slams through the first panel. Now it's Run Amok's turn. No problem. Spring Breaker past number 2. Now Run Amok. Oh, close call for the Eagle.
Spring Breaker, yeah! Looks like Spring Breaker may have beached himself on those speed bumps. There's his driver not looking too happy. Run him up, taking a nice stab from the guillotine. And another, sweet! He's past those bumps. Oh. He's gone back for more crunching from the guillotine. And a little more. Look, a nice shot of his warp rate. He's dead in the water. Run amok, lining himself up for a run for the finish. He's overshot the main. Oh, yeah! Run amok is my hero, people. Run amok clears the obstacles for 15 points apiece, plus an extra 25 for being the first to the middle, a total of 100 points, while Spring Breaker, stumped by the speed bumps, collects a mere 45. All right, the winner is Run Amok. Let's go down to the floor to get some post-performance commentary.
All right, Run Amok, winner again. Okay, you guys were slow and deliberate. Is that how you plan to go out?
After our disaster in the figure 8 race, we backed off the power curve a little bit. We were slow, we were deliberate, and it paid off for us.
It absolutely did. You were speeding in the beginning. You got the box out the way. Everything was going cool, but it looked like you had a little bit of problem with the guillotine. It was kind of slamming down on top of you.
We've got plenty of top armor. We weren't worried about top damage. My strategy was to just get the nose of the bot under the guillotine and let it hit it all it wanted to.
Good luck in Gauntlet.
Thank you.
All right!
After the second competition, it's Mini Inferno over Killer Bee by a hair, 140 to 125. And Run Amok leading Spring Breaker, 140 to 55. Coming up, Run Amok, Spring Breaker, Killer Bee, and Mini Inferno run the gauntlet. Who will catapult to the fight to the finish, you ask? Well, find out when Robotica continues. We're back with more Robotica. The final event in our first round of competition is the Gauntlet. This is an old-fashioned drag race with some new rules. 2 robots, 2 tracks, and 50 feet to the finish. Fastest bot wins. Only 5 things stand between the start and the finish. 5 increasingly difficult obstructions that the robots will attempt to blast through. First, there's a pane of glass. Now, if you get past this without a scratch, don't stick around to admire your reflection, because you'll be met by a mound of metal cans staring you in the face. Then, if you recycle those suckers, you'll be met by a solid brick wall, and it's on to a stack of concrete stones. And just when you thought it was safe, well, it is a safe weighing more than 100 pounds. The first bot to push that baby across the finish line gets all the marbles. Each obstacle is worth 15 points, and the winner will receive an extra 25. Now, entering the arena representing the red team, it's Run Amok! And his opponent from the blue team, it's Spring Breaker! Get your micro switches in motion. Let's do it. For this competition, our drivers will be controlling their bots from the floor.
Robots ready.
Spring Breaker heads right into the rails while Run Amok smashes straight through to the bricks. Spring Breaker frees himself. Run Amok carrying a ton of debris on his wedge. Spring Breaker just can't get past the cans. Poor Eagle. Run Amok's gonna have to back up and give it all he's got to get past that. Yes! Run Amok pulling back for an even bigger head start. What's going on? Looks like something's caught under Run Amok. Trouble for Run Amok. He's stuck. Both bots are stuck right now. Red Trendo's not looking happy. Spring Breaker's is not performing. Run Amok's still stuck. Come on, man. Run Amok breaks free. Yes! No. Spring Breaker's still stuck in the cans. What's going on? Mark, Jorger, and Run Amok just blast through all that debris and take the safe head off. He's backing up. He's
taking it straight on again. You're gonna have to do this a number of times to push that safe out of the way. Come on, run him up. Come on, baby. Run him up, just bashing for all he's worth. So close. Backing up and again. Smashing. Hitting up on the safe. Run amok is actually shaking from the force. He's so close. He's so close. Almost. Come on, run amok. Come on. Come on. Run amok. Almost, almost. And there it is. Mark Jordan run amok are the first competitors to make it to the fight to the finish. Yes! Yes! Rich Rendo shaking his head in disbelief at Spring Breaker stuck in the paint cans.
What do you think? You like that one? Yeah, we got all the way. Yeah, we are there.
Rich Rendo and Spring Breaker having a bad Robotica day. I guess all that airbrushing didn't really help out on the can. Run him up, blast through the obstacles at 15 points apiece, with 25 more for reaching the finish line first, giving him 100 points. Spring Breaker, breaking only the glass, takes home a measly 15. The winner of the gauntlet with 100 points is Run 'em Up. Let's go down to the floor.
Run 'em Up, winner again. You guys did fantastic. Now, you crashed right through the glass and through the paint cans, but then it seemed like there was something stuck under your robot. What do you think happened?
We got a paint can hung up underneath the robot, and it was lifting our front wheels off, and we lost steering for a while.
Did you underestimate the strength needed for this obstacle?
I was very worried about the safe in particular.
Right.
So we initially, in order to win our match, we only had to go through the first 2 barriers, I believe. But, you know, you have to play to the crowd, right, guys?
And they love the drama, let me tell you. That's right. Run Amok is going on to the fight to the finish. Congratulations, you guys. See you in the next round.
Run Amok asks the gauntlet, who's your daddy? The answer, Mark Orger. Okay, it's time once again for the final event in our first round of competition, the gauntlet. Now, entering the arena, representing the silver team, it's Killer B! And his opponent from the gold team, it's Mini Inferno. Okay, babies, it's time to kick some robot butts. Come on.
Robots ready.
Tears up the line, he goes through the glass can. Nothing to it. Safe for Killer B. Both robots fighting for a chance to take on Run 'em Up. Mini Inferno through. He's through the cement. It's just him in the safe. Mini Inferno blasting at the safe. Killer B pushing a massive pile. Come on. Each hit taking Mini Inferno closer and closer to the fight to the finish. Killer B is not letting up. Mini Inferno, bash, bash! Killer B with a huge hit. Mini Inferno pounding for all he's worth. Can he do it? Killer B's getting some major movement out of the safe. And they did it! Yes! It's Killer B and Run 'em Up in the fight to the finish, people! Very happy Killer B team. Oh, Mini Inferno put up a great fight. It was so close. The winner of the gauntlet with a score of 100 points is Killer B! Coming from behind, Killer B takes them all down at 15 points apiece, plus the coveted extra 25 for finishing first. 100 points total. Mini Inferno falls short at the safe with a total of 60. Which means that Killer B is moving on to our final round, the fight to the finish. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Killer B won!
Yeah, that is like so great. And actually for a minute I was scared they were going to beat us. I mean, they were going through all the obstacles and they were pushing the safe, but then Mark just revved that baby up and it went like it was on wheels.
It rocked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Totally.
was so close. Speed and power won out in this. Did you know that was going to be such a major component?
Yes, we were mass and velocity, and at the end there, just Mark revving it up and getting the tires hot, stuck them to the ground, and boom.
You guys are going on to the fight to the finish. Congratulations. Yeah!
We've eliminated the rest, and now we're left with the best. Ron, Amok, and Killer B are going to duke it out in an old-school street fight with a high-tech twist. The fight to the finish is next, when Robotica continues. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The winner of this match will be the only bot to walk off this 16x16 square alive. And those guardrails, get a good look at them, because after 60 seconds, these rails will drop, and then it's metal mayhem. That's right, 2 bots enter, 1 bot leaves. Them's the rules. I don't make them up. Our first finalist representing the red team, it's Robotica. His opponent, representing the silver team, Killer B! Finalists, are you ready? Okay, it's do or definitely die. Come on, Robotica babies.
Ready.
Amok working without his wedge. Oh, Killer B is the first to attack. Yes! Run Amok just rolls right over Killer B. Killer B connects to the Robotica roundhouse. Oh, yeah, that hurt. Oh, looks like Killer B stuck in the rail. Run Amok just plowing into him, giving it all he's got. Run Amok applying all of his pressure. Mark Jorger sitting pretty. Oh yeah, another hit from Run Amok. Yes! Looks like it's just a waiting game now. There's Killer B's driver breaking out in a sweat. I would be too. He knows it's inevitable. The end is close by. He's just got one chance to get away once those rails drop. He's either home free or burnt toast. And there goes the rails. Killer B, Killer B, Killer B's over! It's Run Amok, baby! Congratulations, Run Amok! Yes! Mark Jorger takes the victory stroll. Yes! Yes! Congratulations! The winner is Run Amok! Let's go down to the floor.
Yes, Run Amok, the winner. That was very, very exciting.
We had some good fortune. Actually, it was Killer B's bad fortune. They got stuck under the rail. And when the rail dropped, I'm not sure whether it was my incredible driving skill or just the fact that they were so close to the edge. I'm gonna take credit for it if I can.
Exactly, it's all you.
Yeah.
Any particular strategy going into this round?
Our strategy was to wait for them to come to us.
Right.
We left our front wedge off because we knew they had a lower wedge than we did. And as long as they were going to get under us, we decided to leave the wedge off and give plenty of clearance and just basically climb on top of them every time they tried to get under us. So it worked out well for us.
No damage?
Doesn't appear to be any. I think we were great for the finals.
Fantastic. So when you go to the finals, you should be in top condition.
We'll be there.
Right on. Congratulations, Run Amok.
Thank you.
He showed him in the speedway. He told him again in the maze. But it was the gauntlet that gave him his hat trick and a shot at Killer B. Ron Amok swats Killer B, earning him a spot in the Robotica Championship at the end of the season. Well, that's it for me. I'm Ahmed Zappa, and on behalf of Tanika Ray and Tanya Memi, goodbye from Robotica.